Imagine standing in front of a door, turning a key, and instantly controlling who enters your home, your treasure, or even your secrets. One simple mechanism can protect lives, hide history, or safeguard civilization itself. This is the story of doors and locks, the silent guardians of safety, privacy, and human ingenuity. From the very beginning of human society, the need for security was paramount. Shelter alone was not enough. Humans needed protection from animals, enemies, and even other humans. And as soon as possessions, food, or valuables existed, there arose a universal question. How do we protect them? The answer, in a surprisingly simple yet profound way, was the invention of doors and locks. The earliest doors were rudimentary but revolutionary in their impact. Archaeologists have uncovered evidence of doors as early as 4000 BCE, used in Neolithic settlements. These early doors were basic wooden planks or stone slabs designed not just to separate spaces, but to provide privacy and mark boundaries between the public and the private, the sacred and the everyday. Even in their simplicity, doors represented human ingenuity and a step toward controlling one's environment. Locks, on the other hand, were a more complex challenge. The earliest known locks come from ancient Egypt around 2000 BCE, primarily wooden pin locks. These primitive mechanisms relied on small pegs or pins inside a wooden cylinder that could be lifted only with a correctly carved key. Simple in design, but ingenious in principle, these locks introduced the concept of controlled access, a technology that allowed humans to protect not just physical spaces, but their very way of life. The innovation of locks spread across civilizations. Mesopotamians, Greeks, and the ancient Cretans experimented with bronze fittings, crossbars, and padlocks. In every culture, locks were both functional and symbolic. They were tools of security, yes, but also emblems of status, power, and sophistication. Owning a lock or a well-crafted door was as much a statement about wealth and authority as it was about safety. Ancient China elevated the craft of locks to an art form. Artisans created wooden and metal locks with multiple tumblers, combining technical brilliance with elaborate designs. Some locks required multiple keys or a sequence of operations to open, reflecting an advanced understanding of both mechanics and human behavior. These locks were far more than tools. They were intricate puzzles, protecting homes, temples, and treasures with a level of sophistication that astonished contemporary societies. The Romans introduced further refinements, creating warded locks, which used internal obstructions to prevent unauthorized access. These locks not only served practical purposes, but also became decorative, often engraved with symbols reflecting wealth and social rank. The ingenuity of Roman locksmiths laid the foundation for centuries of security innovation that would follow. During the medieval period, security became a matter of life and death. Castles, monasteries, and merchant houses required robust doors reinforced with iron, heavy bolts, and complex locking mechanisms. Failures could result in theft, destruction, or death. Skilled locksmiths were highly respected, and their inventions were critical to maintaining safety. The medieval period saw the door evolve from a mere barrier into a fortified structure, symbolizing authority, protection, and power. By the 18th century, the science of lockmaking began to take shape. Innovators like Robert Barron in 1778 and Joseph Bramah in 1784 transformed locks into precise instruments of security. Bramah's lock was so advanced that it resisted tampering for decades, proving that mechanical ingenuity could surpass brute force. The combination of precision engineering and artistic craftsmanship made locks both practical and prestigious. Doors themselves were also evolving. Beyond wooden slabs, they now incorporated iron reinforcements, intricate hinges, and multiple locking points. In palaces, temples, and wealthy homes, doors became masterpieces, statements of power, aesthetics, and technological progress. A door was no longer just an entryway. It was a symbol of authority, safety, and human innovation. The Industrial Revolution transformed both doors and locks on a massive scale. Mass production allowed more people to access secure doors and reliable locks, spreading safety beyond castles and mansions into ordinary homes. Metallurgical advances enabled stronger materials, and locksmithing shifted from individual craftsmanship to industrial precision. Security was no longer a privilege. It became a necessity accessible to everyday citizens. In the 19th century, significant breakthroughs reshaped lock technology. Linus Yale Jr., in 1861, invented the modern pin-tumbler cylinder lock, combining simplicity, reliability, and security in a design that still forms the basis of today's locks. Meanwhile, doors continued to evolve, balancing durability and beauty. Steel doors, ornate wood panels, and complex hardware reflected society's growing concern for security as well as aesthetic sensibility. Locks and doors were no longer just about protecting property. They became crucial to commerce, governance, and banking. Banks, government offices, and commercial enterprises demanded advanced locks to protect wealth, information, and people. Every lock installed was a silent guardian, securing lives and the economic stability of entire communities. Across the globe, doors and locks also carried cultural significance. In Japan, sliding doors incorporated locking mechanisms that matched architectural aesthetics while reflecting social hierarchy. In Europe, cathedral doors were reinforced with ironwork and secure locks, protecting sacred spaces while showcasing craftsmanship. Doors and locks became symbols of societal values, demonstrating a civilization's dedication to security, privacy, and artistry. The 20th century ushered in electronic locks, keycards, and combination systems, transforming security into a sophisticated science. Today, smart locks use fingerprint recognition, mobile apps, and wireless technology to provide unprecedented convenience and control. Yet the core principle remains unchanged. A lock, in any form, is a boundary that protects what matters most. The evolution of doors and locks is a testament to human ingenuity. From Neolithic wooden barriers and Egyptian pin locks to Bramah's precision mechanisms, Yale's cylinder lock, and modern electronic systems, every innovation reflects a universal human desire: safety, privacy, and control. Doors and locks are far more than objects. They are symbols of trust, survival, and human ingenuity. They have shaped civilizations, safeguarded treasures, and defined societies for thousands of years. Every key turned, every door closed, connects us to a long lineage of inventors, artisans, and visionaries who valued security as highly as freedom. Next time you secure a door, remember, you are participating in a history of innovation that has protected humanity from danger, theft, and chaos. The story of doors and locks is the story of civilization itself.